Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Now Sanders. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down. Bryant, the quick slant caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
A lot of times when you take a tight end in later rounds, you're doing it with a little bit of hope, some potential. But not so with this guy. They believe he can really make an impact in the red zone, and he definitely makes good on that faith right there.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
47 is the mighty weapon. Be a long day for you. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Over. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Check. 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 Check 4. Check 4. Big Ed. Big Ed. Big Ed. Under 10. Under 10. 10. No. Off. Shut up.
From the gun, Bryant. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 6 yards away. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Whitaker. Gates with a grab. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Now watch one. 35's the Mike.
On 3rd and 2, Whitaker. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. Wide, get wide.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the ground, this is Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bryant, throw left side, complete. That's Carter. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Watch us left.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Off play action. Bryant. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Check. Fresno. Check.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 3. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he comes back with one complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Mike. Pause. Watch the pass.
to throw again. And it's caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Bryant. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Out. Weak.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
At the 27-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Kick the edge. Go.
On 1st and 10, Bryant. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Bryant. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Zerline connects on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Strong right, weapon. Strong right. Four down, four down.
To throw on second down. Bryant, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Blue down, blue down.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. the play fake. Bryant. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll be second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
2nd and 5. Fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bryant escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitaker got a man open. It's Sutton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Whitaker. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To throw on 2nd down. Whitaker. That's taken in by Henderson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, Whitaker. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Looking to throw. Whitaker, and that's complete to Gates. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Hill. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. And that'll set them back 5.
Come on, fellas.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Off play action. Bryant. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Slam, slam, slam. Mike. Echo. Check 55.
Back to throw. Bryant trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Bryant looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2nd and 9 now. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Whitaker. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. On first down, Whitaker. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On first down, Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The pass there complete to Sutton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Whitaker. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Throwing on first down, Whitaker. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Whitaker. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team